grains provide us with vitamins and minerals that are essential to life, but they can be hard to digest.
Soaking grains, which is something traditional societies have done for centuries, can make those grains easier to digest.
Now, if that sounds like too much of a chore in these modern times, we'd like to introduce you to Margaret Floyd.
She's an author, nutritional therapy practitioner, and certified healing food specialist who says soaking grains is easier than you think and well worth the effort.
Every grain, as well as every nut, bean, and seed, it's important to know, has protective mechanisms in it. If you think about the purpose of this little grain, it's not necessarily to feed us, it's to grow another plant. And so it doesn't want to break down prematurely. It becomes very difficult for our body to actually break down the grain when we eat it, and it actually leaches a lot of minerals and important nutrients from our body in that process. So we're going to trick the seed into thinking that it's about to grow another plant by soaking it. You can do this with any grain, but I'm going to show how to make oatmeal properly. I'm going to show how to make rice properly, and we're going to show how to make pancakes.
Ooh, pancakes. I like that. You soak the grains before you make the pancakes.
So we soak the grains before we make the pancakes. All we're going to do, I'm going to use 1 cup of oats and I'm going to add 1 cup of water. And then I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of buttermilk. So just a couple of spoonfuls. Really easy. I'm going to give it a little stir. I'll put, a napkin or something, some kind of cloth over top of it. And this is oats that I soaked last night. So you can see already, look at how much of that water has absorbed in. We're already a good chunk of the way there in terms of actually cooking those oats. So now let's talk about rice and how we're going to soak our rice. All we're going to do is take the pot that you're going to cook the rice in. I'm going to add the rice. So cup of rice, 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 cups of water. And the only thing that I'm going to do differently is I'm going to add a little bit of lemon. I'm going to leave it on the stove, and when I get home from work, all I'm going to do is bring that to a boil. I take the lid off. I'm going to bring that to a boil, and then when it boils, put the lid on, turn it down just the way you would make rice normally, and you have rice that is now properly prepared. So now I'm going to show you how to do the same thing with pancakes. So all we're going to do is we're going to take the flour, and I'm using spelt flour in this case, but you could use whole wheat flour, you could use kamut, you could use any kind of flour. And I'm adding buttermilk to it, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio, buttermilk to the wheat, and I'm going to give it a stir. And again, I just leave this overnight. So now I'm going to take the eggs and stuff that I mixed together, and I'm going to put it in here with the soaked flour and buttermilk. Okay, so now we have a nice hot skillet, and I'm going to add a little bit of ghee on there. Now ghee is clarified butter, so it's butter oil, it's without the proteins. You can just use plain old butter too. Make sure the pan is nice and covered.
Can you hold hands?
And we have a pancake.
So this was fun watching you prepare all of this, and in a new way, for me anyway. Now I want to taste it.
Yeah, which do you want to go for
Well, I
first?
think I'll try the pancake first. I like the blueberries and the
I think
syrup.
that's a great idea. Well, here you go.
Take a little taste. Now, tell me again just why this is so much healthier for me.
So the grains have been properly prepared. So all of those anti-nutrients that are naturally in the flour, or actually in the spelt, to protect it, have been neutralized. So now your body can actually digest this really easily.
That is really good.
Yummy, right?
It's very good. So now we've got the oatmeal
Now we
that
have
was
oatmeal.
soaked, and
So this
good. I'm
was
going to get some
soaked.
cream.
We're going to add some
good
cream.
healthy fat.
Really important to have some good fats. Now you can
man,
also
that
add a
looks
little.
like-
That's cream. I'm giving you some cream. I like to put butter on it, but I thought we'd go with cream. It's a little easier to wrap your mind around, but I like
Actually,
butter.
this reminds me of the way my grandmother used to give me oatmeal, because they used to deliver the milk and the cream was always on the top. Good. It's good.
It just
I mean, it tastes like oatmeal.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I mean, you
But
can't really make
you
oatmeal
can't-
any sexier than it already is.
No. Well, you can because you put the cream on.
Well, yes.
That definitely makes it sexier.
Well, one of the reasons we do the cream too is because oatmeal is not going to last you in terms of satiation. You're going to be hungry within an hour or two of just
Oh,
eating
really?
a plain
I
bowl of
didn't know
oatmeal.
that.
Oh, yeah, because it doesn't. Fat is that nice, slow burning fuel. So we've got some good fats in the nuts, and we also add either butter or cream or something like that to last you through the morning.
And so that would last until lunch.
Oh, you
To have a
bet.
good hearty breakfast
You
like that.
bet.
So this is the way you want to send your children off to school.
Absolutely.
Since we met Margaret, I've been soaking not only grains, but also walnuts and almonds, and then I slow roast them.
I can attest to the fact that those walnuts and almonds have never tasted so good. And I like the fact that all the nutrients are much more available.
And I can attest to the fact that the whole process is very easy to do.
So if you'd like more information on this topic, we have it for you at healingquest.tv.